If you're wondering whether there's an age requirement for Section 8 housing, the short answer is yes, there is. But the details are a little more interesting than most people think, because your age can actually affect how quickly you qualify and how your application is reviewed. Let's start with the basics. To apply for Section 8 housing, you have to be at least 18 years old. That's because you need to be legally emancipated to sign a lease and enter into a housing contract. If you're under 18, you can't legally be the head of household on a Section 8 application. So, 18 is the minimum age to apply. Now, being 18 doesn't automatically mean you'll get approved right away. Section 8 is based primarily on income and need, but your age still plays a role, especially if your household includes older adults or senior citizens. Here's how it works. If you're 62 or older, you're considered a senior citizen under HUD's definition. Senior applicants often receive priority for certain housing programs. That means your application may be processed faster, or you may qualify for housing that's specifically reserved for elderly residents. These units are designed with accessibility and support in mind, so seniors aren't competing directly with younger applicants for the same spaces. If you're between 50 and 61, you fall into what HUD calls nearly elderly. You might not qualify for senior-only housing yet, but there are still programs that serve people in this age range, especially those preparing for retirement or living on a fixed income. In some areas, nearly elderly applicants also get preference if there are vacancies in senior-designated communities. It's also important to understand that every public housing authority, or PHA, can set some of its own guidelines. So, while federal rules say 18 is the minimum, your local PHA might have preferences based on community needs. For example, some housing authorities set aside a percentage of their vouchers for elderly or disabled residents. Others might have special programs focused on families with young children or on veterans. That means where you apply can make a big difference. If you're older, applying to a housing authority that gives preference to seniors could shorten your wait time significantly. On the other hand, if you're a younger applicant without dependents, you might face a longer wait in those same areas. Now, there's one more thing a lot of people don't realize. Even though Section 8 is primarily income-based, your age can still help demonstrate your need. For example, if you're 65 and living on Social Security income, the housing authority automatically knows your income is limited and stable. That puts you in a different category than someone who's 25 and between jobs. So in some cases, your age can actually strengthen your case for needing housing assistance. If you're applying for Section 8 and there's someone over 62 inches in your household, make sure to include that information on your application. The housing authority looks at the entire household, not just the person applying. Having a senior family member in your home could increase your chances of qualifying or being prioritized. The bottom line is this. While Section 8 doesn't have an upper age limit, it does have a minimum age requirement of 18. And it absolutely takes age into account when determining priority. Seniors and nearly elderly applicants often move through the system faster because HUD recognizes that housing stability becomes more critical as people age. So if you're 18 or older and struggling to find affordable housing, you're eligible to apply. But if you're 50, 60, or older, it's worth checking if your local PHA has special programs designed specifically for seniors. And if you're already caring for an elderly relative, make sure their age is reflected in your application. It could make a difference in how soon you're approved. At the end of the day, Section 8 is about helping people who need safe, stable housing the most. And your age, combined with your income and household situation, helps the housing authority understand exactly where you fit in that priority list. So check with your local PHA, know the rules, and make your age work to your advantage. Because whether you're just starting out at 18 or planning for retirement at 65, Section 8 has programs built to meet you where you are.